Do you want to hear about the thing that I finished?
I'd love to.
How curious are you about the time that I've been spending?
If you're in a musical, I'm not interested. Otherwise, I'm in.
Okay, I'm not in a musical.
I'm in.
But I have been very busy. In the past, I don't know, a decent chunk of this month, let's say. Let's say
What?
something to the dates of the 8th to the 25th of August.
I know those dates.
Why do you know those dates, Reuben?
Is that the film festival dates?
That's the Melbourne International Film Festival.
Oh my god. Okay.
Reuben?
How many?
How many films did you see at the Melbourne International Film Festival?
One.
Which one?
Magic Beach.
So I'm checking my notes to just see if
That
that's
took
on
way.
here.
They had to scan like a whole page.
Yeah, that's because this is my whole page.
Oh my god.
Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
That is more films than I've seen at all the previous MIFFs combined.
That's crazy.
Which I think is like 8 or 9.
I really did a comedy festival.
You did a secret comedy festival.
I did a secret comedy festival where I planned to go see a bunch of things, and then I this time
Is that
though,
why you've had so many parties this month?
no comment. No comment at all.
Ah.
But I love MIFF. We love MIFF,
I
don't we?
love MIFF.
MIFF's our favorite
I'm
thing.
miffed that I didn't get to go. You got miffed and I didn't, and I'm miffed.
I got miffed.
Sounds like a euphemism now.
We have quite a few festivals in Melbourne.
It's true. Every 2 months, famously.
Every 2 months, that's pretty good.
Oh, I used to be able to list them off by heart, but now I'm going to struggle.
MIFF, MICF,
Yep.
Rising,
Yep. Fringe.
Fringe, that's 4. I think we just need 2 more.
There's a February.
There's an
St. Kilda
International
Fest.
Film Festival, or is that St. Kilda Fest? Sure.
Sure.
Then we have,
Something like that. And then it's Christmas. December's Christmas.
there's a blues festival at some point.
Oh, sure, probably.
I think there's way more than the 6 that
obviously
you
there's
are.
more, but like the city transforming ones, you
The
know?
city transforming ones.
The ones where you say, have you been to anything in blank festival? And regular humans who aren't people like us say yes.
Yeah.
Or like say, no, but I heard about it. And you're like, wow, you heard about it? Oh.
Crazy. But MIFF's one of my favorite ones. I always have a mixed time going to the
Oh,
MIFF
I
films.
love going to something and you're like, that one didn't work for me at all. Let's do another.
And because I was really trying to maximize the amount of films that I could see, there are some interesting
shit?
ones in here. Yeah.
All right, you want to go in order or do you want me to pick one or how do you want to do this?
Yeah, you pick a number between 1 and 10.
8.
Oh, God damn it. What's that one? Okay, I can't read my own handwriting is the issue. I think this one says Hestrian Wound.
Wow.
Yeah.
What was it about?
It was about a criminology trial. I thought you might like this one because it sounds a bit like
That sounds like courtroom dramas that I like.
courtroom dramas. Like it seemed to be similar to what you explained to be the one where someone's fallen and
Yeah, Anatomy of a Fall.
Anatomy of
that
a
one
Fall.
was really good.
What did you love about that one?
Oh, you don't know who did it?
Same with this.
They're secretly a character study, dressed up like a procedural.
Same with this.
They're often about the systems and language and relationships.
Same with this. Yeah.
This sounds great.
It's really good. So this one is set over the period of 24 hours.
Ooh, this sounds right up my alley.
Where this lawyer, she's trying to get the person who's being prosecuted exonerated.
Always. That's such a reliable. Yes, good, great.
So there's already tension because
Yes.
you're like, did this person do it? Did they not? Well, how good is this lawyer? You know,
Yes.
how I don't know, sort of ethical are they
Yes.
being?
It's instantly like a Punnett square of possibilities. Like they did it and they get busted. They did it and they get away with it. They didn't do it and they get arrested. They get sentenced for it, or they didn't do it and they get away with it. And all 4 are possible at any moment.
Yeah. It's great. And you see these little vignettes as it goes on of the lawyer talking to these different people who are related to the case, but it's sort of not clear when it's when those vignettes are happening, if they're after the case, before the case, or during the case, where
I love
obviously it's like
this.
not really allowed.
Yeah.
And within those vignettes, there's also bits. A big part of this is the lawyer. She's having, I don't know if family issues is the way to put it. Her mother's dying.
Oh.
Right? So, and it's very unclear about how she sort of feels about that and how much she's like using her work to pull away from the emotion of that. So I don't know, the character's very depthful, and obviously you also have bits with the jury and stuff like that. That's, you get little bits of their sort of their characters. The character that you get the least amount of info on is the person who's being prosecuted. So that's it's a really
so many of these movies follow the lawyer, or like mess with the audience by showing you things like most of it's set in the courtroom, and then you have a cutaway to outside, and then you're like, wow, so they're fallible and also human, and wait, does that change how I feel about? It's just so good.
Yeah.
What's this called?
This one, I think, judging by my handwriting, Hysteria Wound. Hysterian Wound? Hysterian Wound.
Is it in English? Wait, I have questions for all of the movies as a group for later.
Yeah.
Maybe at the end.
Sure.
Let me write them down.
Some of them are specifically not English.
Oh, yes.
One of them in particular.
Tell me about that one.
You want to hear about that one next? Okay, we're done with Hysterian Wound?
I will have to leave it there.
All right, great. So the next one is called Alarms. Now, this one is a social realist kind of drama set on a construction site. Follows a construction worker. This one's French.
Ah.
Yeah. Have you heard of this one?
Oui, oui, bonjour, no.
No. I think this has a guy who was in that show that I really liked. That's about superheroes.
The Boys.
No.
Watchmen.
No. You know the show that Umbrella Academy?
Yep.
You know the guy who plays Klaus in that? Yes.
He's in this?
No.
Oh.
He was in another superhero show.
Oh, the English one about the underbelly, the downtrodden, the something like that.
Yeah, that one.
That one.
Can't remember the name of it, but that's great. Yeah. It's the person who replaced him in the cast when he left. It's Klaus's replacement, that guy you love. I'm pretty sure.
Discount Klaus.
I don't know for sure.
Bargain basement Klaus.
Basement Klaus. But yeah, he plays a construction worker. And it's a bit of a... Here's the thing, right? It was French.
All right.
I haven't studied French in quite a few years.
Yeah.
There wasn't any subtitles.
No subtitles?
So for this one, I think it was comedic. I couldn't really tell. It wasn't filmed very comedically, but people around me were laughing.
After people said things?
How? I had a really interesting experience with this one.
Almost like watching a silent film.
Yeah.
Except the filmmakers didn't know they were making silent... Like watching a movie with the sound off is what I'm saying.
I got little bits.
Yeah.
Just like words here and there. Like Francais.
So it was about a construction worker. Was there lots of plot, or was it like character study vibe movie?
It was...
one of those ones where the dialogue is kind of the only thing going.
They were building... It was a construction where they were building a building, and it seemed to... Well, they weren't... It seemed to be like a reconstruction of an old Catholic building.
Was it Notre Dame?
I don't think it was Notre Dame. But they were like reconstructing. It could have been alluding to Notre Dame.
Sure,
it was that, but it's not that.
Yeah.
And it seemed very much, I don't know, it seemed to be juxtaposing the working class French against the French bourgeoisie who like idealize this Catholic historicism, whatever.
Like, look at the pretty facade of this building. It's like, look, what about looking at the people who built it?
Yeah. And it was really, really weird to me because once again, it was filmed kind of seriously. It was like blue tones, you know.
Yeah.
Look grim, but then people were laughing throughout it.
Okay.
So I don't know how this really
I should watch
played.
it with subtitles.
You should watch it with subtitles. But that one's called Alarms. There were alarms throughout. There's a couple of scenes kind of near the end where shit goes down.
Okay.
Do you want some spoilers?
Yeah.
Okay. To be honest, I think it was alluding to the Notre Dame because the shit starts burning again.
Oh, fire.
I
think it's a metaphor.
And I don't know if it's it's a purposeful fire, if it's an arsonist, what's going on. It's kind of it's a very mysterious ending of did the construction worker that we're following set
it
the
on
fire?
fire.
Yeah. But what do you think the metaphor is?
The thing you said about the working class.
Okay, sick. Excellent. Well, that's alarms.
Great.
Sounds good?
Great.
Great.
Wait. Intermission. Pause.
Yeah.
Where did you see all of, where did you, what was the range of where you saw things?
I saw quite a few of them were at that like RMIT theatre that's right in the city that only does MIFF stuff.
Yep.
Some of them, I can't even remember where all. They were all at the weird little theatres. There was one in that weird mall that nobody uses in the business side of the CBD.
Yeah.
Business district.
Yep.
But you know that one? Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I can't remember if I saw another film or one of these at Nova.
Yep.
Yeah.
Checks out. Great. And how full were the cinemas?
They range. So alarms?
Yeah.
Basically packed.
What? Oh, opposite of what I thought you were going to say.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that one was at the RMIT place. Hysteria Wound was like, I think about half full. That one was at the big mall with the weird
the tower in the
parking lot.
Oh, the
Spiral parking lot. Yeah.
Okay,
They range.
Great.
Okay.
And then were there any others that were not in English? Was my third question.
Listen, I did write down notes on a limit. I did see a couple more than this.
Oh my God. You went crazy. All right. What was the first one you saw?
14 all up.
Whoa.
Yes. I tried to get to one every day and I missed on 3. Like not every day, but one for every day that the festival was on because they've doubled up on sometimes.
Jeez
I missed
Louise.
3. Yep.
Wow.
Maybe next year. Which one do you want to hear about next?
What did you see first?
What did I see first? The first was actually a animated short.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
This was a double feature. I saw this, and then I saw I won't know. This first one, there was an animated short I saw was Crab in the Pool, and I saw this as a double feature as Crab in the Pool, and then I saw the TV Glow.
This one I have heard of.
You have heard of that one?
Yeah.
Okay, sick. I want to hear about what you think about that one in a sec, but Crab in the Pool, haven't heard of it?
No.
Okay, cool. This one's about siblings. Siblings on a summer day at the pool.
Human siblings or crab siblings?
They're human siblings.
Okay.
But you might think otherwise because, spoiler alert, the crab's the mother. There's a crab in the pool. The crab's,
Is it a metaphor, like Pixar style?
No.
No, crab's their mum.
The crab's been turned into a crab, but yeah, like the mother's been turned into a crab by a witch that lives across the road.
That's sick.
They're in just like a kiddie pool in the backyard in the summer, and there's a crab, and
they're familiar. They're aware of this fact.
it's a situation like Princess and the Frog is, I don't know if that's all right. You know when someone's been turned into an animal and they're trying to communicate to people that they're an animal, but you're like, look at this little animal dancing around.
Yeah.
This couldn't possibly be my mother.
It's
My
small
mother
crab. For
walks
some reason
in.
I was imagining mother-sized crab.
No, it's a tiny crab in the pool.
Okay.
The mother can walk in forwards and backwards and left and right, but this crab can only walk left and right. That's a big part. That's like 4 minutes of this like, I don't know, it was like probably 18, 20 minutes all up, this short film. 4 minutes of it. I checked the time because I was like, is this still going on? It's just the kids arguing about if this crab could be communicated, like if this crab could be the mother because of the way that it was walking. I don't know. It was very weird. It was very... This is animated. Very comedy-filled. Some of the comedy didn't hit. Honestly, when it was revealed that it was just a witch on the other side of the road, I don't know if it was trying to be gotcha. Here's a radical twist that's so absurd. But also because it wasn't like that's a trope of a witch turning someone into a...
Yeah, that's a whole thing.
That's a whole thing. But we didn't see the witch until the very end. I don't know.
It's like, it's her. It's just like, okay.
Yeah. It wasn't even...
So you weren't a fan of this?
One of the siblings was secretly the witch the whole time or anything.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Nah.
I wasn't a fan of Crab in the Pool.
I'm a fan of the title of Crab in the Pool. I will give it that.
Okay.
Best title so far.
Best title
Crab in the Pool.
So then I saw the TV Glow. What do you know about I saw the TV Glow?
Something queer? Something digital.
Yeah, queer digital.
And people have been liking it.
People have been liking it. What else have you?
That's kind of it.
That's kind of it?
That's kind of it.
Okay.
It's about internet culture?
Yeah.
Early queer internet culture?
Yeah, kind of.
Maybe?
Yeah. So
That's what I know.
this stars two people, one of which is Justice Smith. He was in Detective Pikachu. Has also been in other things. Was in Dungeons and Dragons. But when I saw him in Detective Pikachu, I was like, I like this actor, and I've seen this actor before, but he'd barely been in anything.
Yeah.
So it was very strange. But he seems like someone.
Just got that riz.
He's just got that celebrity riz.
That je ne sais quoi.
That sizz.
No.
Okay. This one's sort of a pop culture war.
Okay.
Where the two friends, through the period of they've known each other for I don't know, it's like end of high school kind of senior year sort of thing, and they are getting to know each other more and more, and they're spending a lot of time together outside of home, and they're sort of sharing their interests. One thing I liked about this is it was. I don't know, it reflected a part of friendships where you are sharing pop culture interests, which is something that I think film and like coming of age stories kind of pull away from. I don't know, a lot of films don't have pop culture references in a non-gross way.
Yeah.
Where it's like, no, this is the time and this is what people are into.
Do you think it's because of A, copyright, or B, because they don't want to age the film?
I think it's because of an interesting part of where I don't think a lot of filmmakers understand copyright or veer on the side of caution.
Right.
Because actually a film that was at MIFF maybe last year or the year before that I've seen a YouTube video I say about that was very interesting. The film was Blackberry. Was it called Blackberry? Yeah. That has a bunch, like so much pop culture, whether it be posters of video games or tabletop role-playing games or just not internet stuff, but internet stuff, but like pre-phone internet. It has so much of that and so much branding in it, but it's all very diegetic and it's not paid sponsors. The filmmakers wanted to put it in there to make the world feel real, because that's actually what would have been in those offices. What those people would have actually been taking inspo from.
That's great.
And it's because you can do that and it's not infringing copyright because they're not using it in a way to sell the movie or whatever. So anyways, this film does that. I don't know if they took inspo, but it does that where these two characters are basically sharing their pop culture interests. And now I say that it didn't use it gratuitously because it didn't for like the first 2/3.
Did it do a Babylon?
What did Babylon do?
Babylon was a film all about filmmaking, and they didn't put anything from any films in there except at the end when they did a montage of every single famous and popularly resonant film ever. Do you remember the Babylon montage?
So yes, I do. So Ready Player One and Space Jam?
Oh, yep.
This was a really interesting film about these two characters who realize that they have very conflicting pop culture interests and have, begin to have arguments, and there's a midway falling out or whatever. And then at the end, it is literally the characters and the interests that they have fighting each other in a, magic realism
Black Mirror stuff.
Come out of the screen.
Yep.
And battle as they're having this pop culture war.
Is it well done? Does it look good?
It looks good in the way of... No, it looks bad.
Okay.
I can't really justify it.
Oh, so you really fell off. You didn't like this.
I fell off in the last third. I thought it was really, really interesting for the first 2/3. Yes, there was also a lot of queer stuff because, there was some queer internet culture, and I think they treaded pretty well in terms of, while it was a very argumentative movie between these two characters, it did, they did the queer arguments pretty well. But yeah, so that was, I saw the TV glow, and the TV glowing, it's glowing because the characters are coming out of the screen to fight our battles for us.
Oh, did you see, intermission again, did you see any trailers for any of these? Or did you go blind? What level of research?
I went blind. I wanted to see as many things as I could in the amount of days.
So it was just about scheduling, where you could get to
basically,
it when.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
I can't believe you did this.
What's the next one you want to hear about?
What was the last thing you watched? How did you finish out your festival?
Okay, the last thing that I watched was Bookworm. Bookworm is Elijah Wood, titularly in the woods, not titularly to Elijah Woods.
Will you wear woods?
Will you wear woods?
Would you wear woods?
I would wear woods. In New Zealand, It's a father-daughter story, and it's sort of magical. Think Bridge to Terabithia,
Okay.
right? Is it?
Sorry, I'm fine. I'm just thinking about it. It's fine. Keep going.
Now it would.
I haven't seen it.
Really, you haven't seen Bridge to Terabithia?
Yeah, we've
It's
had this arc, I'm pretty sure.
terribly sad.
Yeah, so I've been told.
It's sort of kind of like D&D in a way, where Elijah Wood takes his daughter out on a camping trip in New Zealand, and they basically have this magical adventure together. But none of it is visualized, unlike the last film. It is all through the storytelling that Elijah has.
So you just, like, the shot is just their faces or them in the tent or whatever?
Yes, yeah.
That's great.
Or like them acting out stuff together, and it's shot in a way, and the sound design is really good in a way that it has all of the tension as if, like, I don't know, an orc was coming through the forest.
That's great.
Or is just behind a tree and it shifts around it has the noises and the perspectives.
Right, okay.
But you don't actually see any of it, which was a really, really smart way to do it. It felt like Elijah would, I don't know if he has some sort of deal with the New Zealand film government because he, did Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
But this feels almost like an anti-Lord of the Rings. Like you can,
right,
a grand, fantastic story that you can tell without that money and visual effects behind it. And
great.
Yeah, it was really,
and it works,
really beautiful.
Because that's the sort of thing that's great unless it's boring.
Yeah. No, it really worked. Yeah, and you think it's sort of going into a big climactic end, but it's a very like somber, sad, because they wrap up this sort of camping trip together, and then that becomes almost the villain of the story.
Aww.
Yeah, that this nice time that they're having is coming to an end. But you never actually see the real world.
Yeah.
But it's always an ever-looming presence, kind of like the never-ending story.
Yeah,
where
it sounds that way.
Yeah. There's something coming that's going to stop this beautiful thing that we're having. Maybe it was more sad. No, it wouldn't be more sad than Bridge to Terabithia. That, gut-wrenching.
It sounds a bit like Portrait of a Lady on Fire in a weird way. Like a sketch of this time that people spend together, and you know that it's going to end, but you're not actually thinking about any of that.
Yeah.
You're just spending it with them.
Yeah.
Really simply.
Yeah, it was really good. So that one's called Bookworm because it's the premise at the start is they forgot to bring books to their camping trip, and he normally reads to her every night. So he comes up with the story on the first night, and then they continue that story throughout the days. It's really good. Elijah Wood, Bookworm, check it out. Great. Do you want to hear about, what do you want to hear about?
Yeah, well, yeah. Is there something you're burning to, is there one you'll be annoyed if we miss, or like a favorite, I guess?
Well, here's a really interesting one that was a very individual experience is not correct. It was a mixed reality experience.
Okay.
Like it was VR.
Yeah.
But then, it was VR. It was labeled on MIFF as XR.
Yeah.
But
how long was it?
This one was about 40 minutes.
And do you do it solo?
Yes.
Wow.
And I think it's a bit too long for something where you're putting on a headset.
Yeah.
But this one, it's really putting you in the shoes of someone who has aphasia, which is a thing that people have if they've had some sort of accident. Most of the time, normally due to the spinal cord.
Sight?
No, this is when you lose the ability to communicate with anyone. So you can't really verbally or physically process communication. And I think they paired it really well with the medium in which it was presented because you are literally in a world where if the code doesn't want you to, you can't communicate with someone. Yeah. So throughout the process of this 40 minutes, you lose the ability to communicate with people. It was fine. Yeah. I think that it was a tough one. Yeah. It was a nice sort of, no, I don't really know how to put it. Look,
sometimes something is a great premise.
It was a great premise. They paired it very well.
And it's okay to just be that.
Yeah. Yes. They do a couple of, switches halfway through to other people's perspectives.
Ah.
Yeah. But they're like, oh, now you're a person who's
What's first
related
person?
to this. Yeah, it's first person. Imagine it being third person in VR.
I
mean, it's done.
Yeah.
It's been done. That one was all right. That one was called Emperor.
Interesting.
Yeah, look, the main issue with it is you are an emperor.
Yeah.
Like that's
Okay.
and like I liked it as a.
Jett just did a big think, everyone.
It was working when with the premise of the disability, but it's sort of as you lose the ability to communicate, the story opens up a bit more, and you realize you find out that you are an emperor running this whole civilization sort of thing. So it's sort of pulling back and giving you something as it's taking something away, and
right.
it just felt very. I don't know, it was an interesting experience. I don't have to like everything that I've done.
No.
Okay? I saw a lot of things. Do you want to hear about a thing that's in Melbourne?
Yeah.
There was, the film festival, but this one was set in Melbourne.
Yeah.
This one was a short film called Flied. It's about crime. Think New York crime.
Yeah.
But what if it was in Melbourne?
Okay.
Think the movie Good Times by the Safdie brothers. But what if it was in Melbourne?
Okay.
Right?
Picking up a theme.
Yeah.
Is this one in Melbourne?
Yeah. It's about a group of Eshays, and they're hanging out at a train station. They've done a crime. Think Death in Brunswick.
Ah.
This one's in the center of Melbourne
Oh.
because they accidentally kill someone.
That's good. Oh, damn.
They kill a Mikey inspector.
Oh, actual?
Yes.
Do they use those words? Or do they say like ticket inspector?
They say ticket, something like ticket inspector. They don't call out the Mikey company specifically.
My God. Are you setting this in Melbourne or not? You know?
They're getting like...
Might have been a PSO.
It could be. They were getting harassed a bit by the officer. And one of the Eshays pulls out a knife to just sort of threaten but not actually do anything.
Of course.
And then one thing leads to another. The PSO gets like killed, and then they're sort of on the run throughout the streets of Melbourne, and they go into like little like 7-Eleven things to hide, and they sort of, because it's a group of young boys, they really feed off of each other and start leaning more and more into the crime of it all.
Yeah.
And by about the 2/3 mark, they're fully just doing crimes throughout Melbourne because they're like, well, in for a penny, in for a pound, how much can we do?
Yeah. Jeez. Sounds good.
It was a lot of fun. I don't know, the actors who played the Eshays were pretty good. 3 out of the 4 of them were good.
Uh-oh.
The 4th was like clearly not from Australia. In terms of voice and accent.
Okay, that kind of matters here.
Like, I don't know if it was like Canadian or what, but it was like they were really I could tell that they were trying.
Yeah.
But it's like you could get...
Sometimes it's better to just do your natural accent.
But it was so quintessentially Melbourne. So I'm like, why would you not just cast
someone else? Yeah,
from Melbourne? We have some really great actors.
Yeah.
So that was very
interesting.
Very
Are
weird.
you emotionally like with them, or at a certain point do you like, okay, you've gone too far now, kids? Like, what was your like Last of Us style? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Were you with them the whole way?
With them at the start, because like, oh shit, you need to
Yeah.
get out of this. There's been a bad accident. And then as it kept going and they started, I don't know, it really swayed between the sort of fun of a crime spree movie where you're following someone who's doing these insane things and sort of getting away with it. And it kind of another Safdie movie, Gems. I got gems up my ass. What's
They're
that one
uncut.
called? Uncut Gems.
It's really painful.
Uncut, because they're looking at gems up my ass. Uncut gems, where it's like, oh, I really want this person to succeed. I know what they're doing is bad, but I'd like them to get out of this. Yeah. For 3 of the 4
Ninja
of them.
Eshays.
Ninja Eshays. Yeah. That's what it was. It was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but what if it was set in Melbourne instead of New York, and the turtles were Eshays?
Yeah.
Yes. Flied. That one was called. Do you want to hear about a Shakespearean one?
A Shakespearean one?
Yes.
What you got?
This one's called Grand Theft Hamlet.
Okay. First of all, I hate it. Second of all, tell me about it.
2 actors are playing GTA.
2 actors are playing GTA.
Yeah.
So you see them playing the game.
No.
2 What?
2 actors are playing GTA.
Okay.
So they
on the screen that you're watching? What's on that?
GTA.
Just GTA.
Kind of.
Okay. How is this one copyright fine?
I don't know. But this is like it's a film that's filmed within GTA, sort of like, you know, those old Rooster Teeth Red versus Blue Halo shorts and stuff that were put on the
No,
internet?
but sure.
Okay.
I can imagine it.
If you can mod, people make movies from modded game assets all the time.
Sure.
Often stuff for internet. This one is using GTA.
Okay.
So you have 2 actors playing these 2 characters. Can't remember their names. I think it's. Oh wait, no, I've got it. I've almost got it. It's something stupid like Cheryl and Daryl, right?
That's good. I like that.
I think it's Australian,
Yeah.
despite GTA being set in an American fictional city.
Yeah.
But Cheryl and Daryl, and they, they're set in GTA, and immediately it's like, oh, I recognize this as a video game. You know, everyone can sort of recognize the visuals of that series to some degree.
Yeah, for sure.
And then they just spend. This is like almost a 90-minute film, like 78 minutes, and. The first
I got
chunk
almost
of it,
100% on my test. I got like 63.
they spend the first chunk of it just doing quintessential GTA things.
Yes. Steal a car. Punch a guy.
Yeah. Run over. I was trying to think of another word for hooker, but I can't. Like, what's the prostitute? Run over a prostitute.
Don't do any story mission.
Don't do any story mission. See how far in a plane you can fly up into the sky.
You can get in planes?
In GTA, yeah.
I was having so much fun with the cars. I never got to the planes.
So it was kind of weirdly like diegetic. It was sort of like Free Guy where someone, they realize that they're in a video game and they just start doing all the ridiculous things that people do in GTA. And I think that it was, you know, the moral of this story is how much do we as people take on the freedom of video games and put that into our own life. You know, like GTA is awful because you can kill people. People are going to play that and then want to kill people in real life.
Oh.
You know?
Maybe.
Or
they're going to play that and feel a sense of catharsis and joy and then be happier the next day and not kill anyone.
Maybe.
Could go either way. I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't have any evidence on any of this.
But this is like, what if characters in the game realize that they could do anything and they have all the ability. Like they start spawning in vehicles and tanks and stuff midway through. There is a 20-minute sequence of them at a GTA strip club just running around in circles.
Is it a fun movie?
It's probably as fun as watching 2 actors play GTA would be.
Was there anyone else in the cinema? What did they think? Did people enjoy this?
I was in the cinema with
baffling one.
2 other people.
Okay.
And multiple times. Okay, it was originally 3 other people. One person left. And then there was a point in which, because it felt like a weird mix of streaming a video game and a movie.
Yeah.
Where like streaming you can sort of, you know, how there's a live chat and people chat. One person just started chatting to the other 2 of us.
Yeah.
Midway through for a bit.
Not unreasonable.
Yeah.
Normally I'd be like, shut up. But like, yeah.
It was a weird it was one of the weirdest experiences, but I think the movie really set up that weird experience.
Yeah.
Yeah. To happen. Yeah. Okay. We have gone through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh yeah, it was also they were vaguely doing Hamlet. Oh. Sorry. That's why it's called Grand Theft Hamlet, just so you know. They were vaguely going through the plot elements of Hamlet, but it was so like, it was very loosely Hamlet, but also so egregiously Hamlet.
So like what? There's no time.
There's no time. We have 2 more. We have Car and we have DD. Which one do you want to hear?
Oh, I've vaguely heard of DD, so let's do Car.
Car. It's a short. I can't read my note.
What was it about?
No, my note was very critical to talking about this.
Oh. Can I see?
No. Car is a 10-minute short film. Mm-hmm. Well, okay, no, it's a short film about 10 minutes.
Oh, is it time loop?
No, it's an introspective short film about the filmmaker basically questioning if anything meaningful can be made in 10 minutes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Huh.
So
okay.
Think about that.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it.
What do you think?
Based on our experience of podcasting, nothing meaningful can be made in 2 hours. So 10 minutes, you don't stand a chance.
Coming out of this, I think I have the same. It's also, it's not 10 minutes. It's about like 13. I think it's 13 or 14.
Yeah.
Credits were a bit, there's an intro and then credits, which make it longer than 10 minutes. So I'm like, just cut that out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's the whole thing, the whole 10 minutes is just this one filmmaker with a tripod camera filming themselves just trying to, around the house. It's like they have the camera set up in their house, running around the house trying to find something meaningful.
Right. What is it
to
called?
present. Car.
Yeah.
That's the name of the filmmaker. K-A-R. Yeah.
Oh. Huh.
Oh, it's not about a car.
Okay.
No.
I was really confused.
No. It's just about, them trying to find, I don't know, present something meaningful. In the end, they got their film in MIFF, so I guess that adds meaning to this.
It's more than I've ever done, so...
I'm saying that's the meaningful bit.
Oh.
That was part of this festival.
So I won't get you to rank them because that would be mean, but can you read out the titles again so people can go and seek out the ones that they're interested in?
I'll try and do it in the order that I talked about them in. Hysterium wound, alarms, grab in the pool, I saw the TV glow, bookworm, emperor, flied, grand theft Hamlet, car.
Nice.
And that's MIFF 2024. Would I recommend seeing this many MIFF films? Maybe.
How many is too many?
Probably the amount that I saw, probably the 14.
Do you think it helps if you go with other people? Like, does that make it easier to see more?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You have external motivation.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good to have more. Yeah, I reckon. Would you see this many MIFF films?
If I had the time to see that, I would love to just like completely immerse for like the 2 weeks or whatever. That does sound fun. Exhausting though, especially solo.
Yeah.
Like I would want to go to a bunch together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe we can organise that for next year.
Maybe.
How do you feel being surprised with me?
It was great. Great surprise.
Great. I'm so glad.
I'm only a little tiny bit jealous. Mostly I'm just like, respect. Wow. Great. Happy for you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.